Hello and welcome back. I am Boetic and this is my forever world. We've been really busy in the last few days and it all stemmed from the building the cobblestone generator that we did in our last episode. So as I was building this cobblestone generator here, I kept having to go back and forth between here and my storage area, dropping things off. And I realized I was just barely in range of being able to have my storage unit work while I was working on this stuff, especially if I ventured out and got onto this side closer, especially back in here, back towards there. So, what I said in the last episode was that we were going to look at creating a chunk loader for our storage system. And I did a couple other things while I was down there. So let's just head down and I'll give you a quick walkthrough of what I did. All right, so here we are. We are below our base all the way. Let me get on the other side of the beacon here. I brought the beacon down so that I could get enough of the efficiency to more quickly break some of these blocks. But what I'm doing is I've got this attached all the way up, and I'm going to go into free cam here. This is a wall block between two pieces of wool, so I know where it is. And it is attached to, up here, a wall block that just, a sticky piston pushes it over here. And when that happens, this wall block changes all the way down. And I just have that coming off of a clock here, so anytime the droppers are running here, this is running. So when it's running, it will set this, turn on this light. This is a delay that I give it so that when it turns back on, or when it turns back off the light here, it will wait for roughly, I think it's roughly a minute before it actually turns off. But when these dispensers here aren't powered, they're feeding a minecart onto that detector rail and it goes into the nether. We can take a look at that real quick. So here are the portals for all of the different chunk loaders we've got going on over here. So if I squeeze in here, it will take us to one of the other portals that we have down here, the one that's way down here. I'm using a really neat trick with the redstone here. I wanted everything to come on at one time. So this is a really neat way to do like instant redstone. And what it does is it powers everything all at the same time when it comes on. And these run over here. Instead of using repeaters, if I used repeaters in here, it would start over there and then work its way there, then start there, work its way here, and then start here. And then it would also turn off that way, and I don't like that. So, but yeah, we've got 4 of them managing our full storage system. So now I can dump a bunch of things in the storage system, take off, and not have to worry about what is going on there. Now the other thing I did, because I was setting these up, I went ahead and set up the exact same system, but this one runs on the cobblestone generator. So when the cobblestone generator comes on, this comes on and it loads. So the cobblestone generator is roughly right below us right here. And if I turn on my chunk borders here, you'll be able to see this is kind of in the center of a chunk. So it's going to load this chunk, and then the chunk right there, which is where the storage for it is. So I don't have, I guess it's this chunk because that's the chunk border. So I just didn't break into that area underneath here. So yeah, I've got the chunk loaders going. It was a lot of work. It took me a while to get it all kind of figured out. Let me turn off the chunk borders. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love working with those kinds of projects. But I also moved the beacon down here, and I went ahead and set up all 6 of the beacons so that we have everything we need right here while I'm in the castle. Yeah, so this is also centered. I'm going to go ahead and head back up and I'll show you how it's kind of centered on the castle. All right, so the beacons come right into the center of our storage area here. And if we keep going up, you'll see it's right in the center of not only a storage area, but the castle. It's right there. The beacon beam, you get the effects of the beacon everywhere along the outside here and goes all the way to about right here. So I'll probably do another one on the other end here, but so it's covering the castle really well. I like that. But what I don't like is one, the scaffolding going down and having to figure out like how to get up and down. It's a huge pain. That's not going, that's just what I'm using right now. That's not going to be how it is forever. I am really thinking that I need to use this as an opportunity to put like a pillar in here and cover this all up with the pillar right in the center, kind of a structural thing. So, because it is a big room and we're going to have the roof coming just above these chests. So I can still get to those, but I want the roof to be right above that. And we're going to need something to kind of represent holding that up, I think. So this is going to do really well for us. And then we'll have some kind of drop chute, probably right in here, that takes us all the way down there if we need to do any maintenance on that system or add to it as we may or may not need to do. So yeah, that's the next thing I'm going to get going on. I'm going to work on a pillar here, and I'll bring you back once that's done. All right, well, here it is. I think it turned out really good. I did notice when I was going through and editing the time lapse that it wasn't quite centered. So I went ahead and extended it out a block on each side so that its width dimensions are the same as this square's width dimensions, and that just made it work a lot better for me. By doing that, I also think I gave myself enough room in here that I could do a bubble elevator and a like a drop. So I think I might add one of those here eventually, or I'll just set that up over here. That would be fine too. But yeah, I can do everything I need to do over here now. Blocking off a lot of that beacon beam that's kind of ugly walking into the storage system. And the other thing is, as I start getting more and more armor trims, I can start displaying those. So, here I'm just gonna grab a few pieces of gear that I have and just kind of throw it on these guys randomly. Ultimately, I'd love it to be like all of the have all of them be netherite with the different armor trims. I think that would be a cool way to display the armor trims. I think I might need more to do all the armor trims, but I think this would be a really good start. So, all right. Well, I think that works really well. We've got the system working for our chunk loader when this comes on. Turning on the chunk loader down there. And I think that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked this episode, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, go subscribe, because that's really fun and I appreciate it. All right. Have a great day, y'all.